zoom in on the part that's completely jacked up. What is correct like in YouTube? This is your boy Sean, and today I'll be doing an unboxing slash mini review of the Dell U34 15W 34-inch 3440 by 1440p curved monitor. Now this is a ultra wide monitor running at 60 Hz with a 5 millisecond graded grid response time in fast mode and an sRGB rating of 99%, supporting over 1.074 billion covers with an average delta E of less than 3. Now inside this the box itself, it only comes with the monitor, the stand, and a little box with a display cable, an HDMI cable, backplate, and an installation CD. Now, why I have this monitor is it usually costs almost $1,000, over $1,000 when it first came out. Now it runs for $750 on Amazon, but I actually picked it up through the Amazon warehouse deal is $632. Now, this is before tax, and they actually refunded my shipping because they shipped it late. It was cost like $50, so thank you for being late. I don't care, it's one day. But yeah, as you can see, to install the stand, it's very easy. Just take the stand itself and plug and play, slide it in the back and slip it on, and it is perfectly synced and ready to go for you. Now this monitor has everything that a monitor should have: a swivel, tilt, and height adjustment. And this is surprising that most monitors, or a lot of monitors that are in this price range over $1,000 ultra wide, they don't have these basic features. And that's why I love this monitor right now, because it has all of these monitors built in. And for $1,000, it better cook crack and sell it, boy, but a trap. But thankfully I did not get it for $1,000. I got it for $632, as I said. On the back, we have speakers at the top, and there are speakers on the bottom. And on the back for inputs, we have HDMI 2.0, one MHL connector, one mini DisplayPort, one DisplayPort 1.2, a DisplayPort output pass-through, and audio in, 4 USB 3.0 downstreams, and 2 USB 3.0 upstreams. On the front, we have 4 capacitive buttons, one for the volume, one for the input menu, and one to exit out. And I have to say, this is actually very awesome, because it's easy access for all of the things that you really need. And then if you need to dive into the menu, there's an option for a lot of things inside there. Only thing I would wish is that it was backlit, because they are kind of hard to see during the night. But other than that, these things are amazing. Also coupled with the monitor is the Dell Display Manager, and this Display Manager gives you quick access to the brightness and contrast, and multiple visual presets, and an auto mode where you can dictate what presets is used per apps or applications, and also an easy arrange mode, which I will dictate or explain more in the future. So the first thing I tried to do with this monitor is overclock it, because I heard you can go up to 80 Hz on this, and I dived into the NVIDIA control panel and successfully got it up to 80 Hz. And once I went to the UFO test, it did verify that my monitor was running at 80 Hz and it was getting 80 frames per second. But once I actually went to the frame skipping test of this website, I did notice that it does have some skipped frames, showing that it's not a full-fledged 80 Hz. It does have frame skipping. So I dialed it back in increments of 5 and found out that the maximum Hertz you can go without skipping frames is 66. So I just kept mine at 65. For general multimedia consumption, it was actually very good. I saw a lot of content on YouTube and trailers and other video games and stuff. There were a lot of 21:9 aspect ratio content, and the colors are really good. The resolution at 4K and 1440p is amazing. And I did not know I was getting not this much good quality from my TN panels that I've been running on for the past 9 months, which is an eye-opener. There are some things that say they run in 21:9 but don't run in true 21:9, so there is an extension for Google Chrome that allows you to zoom in and utilize 21:9 no matter if it's fake or real. For 16:9 content, you will get black bars on the side, as you can see here, which is it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. So that's the thing. For backlight bleed, I could not for the life of me find it during the day, even at max brightness, so I had to wait till the pitch black at night and turn the brightness 100% up, and you can see a black light bleeding at the bottom a little bit, and a lot more at the top. but this is only for extreme cases if you're in pitch black and you have the brightness at 100%, so I wouldn't worry about it for too much for day-to-day stuff. One of the funnest parts is finding 21:9 wallpapers in very high resolutions. There are many different resolutions for 21:9, and I just could not for the life of me find the right wallpaper. Wallpapers range from really complex to really beautiful, and the more intricate the wallpaper, the more I liked it, because you can actually see the detail from this 1440p resolution monitor with 110 ppi, and it looks really good. At the end of the day, I ended up making my own wallpaper with Photoshop, and I have to say it was really cool productivity wise. I could see everything on the screen, the colors popped, and it was just really cool to edit on. What I did was just took multiple Naruto fan pictures from the amazing artist Sakimi-chan, and I edited in the 15120 by 2160 resolution, which is 5K in the 21:9 resolution. I didn't know you didn't know about that 5K, boy. What you know about it, playboy? But yeah, it was really cool. I know it would be a lot harder if I did this on a 16:9 24-inch monitor. To further test the productivity advantages of this monitor, I opened up some Premiere, and with the help of Dell's Display Manager, it has a section in there where it allows you to use a program called Easy Arrange. Now what Easy Arrange does is section your monitor into multiple parts of the monitor, and allows you to snap in multiple applications in these little parts, and that's really cool for productivity because there are so many different variations of this snapping Easy Arrange thing. So it did help with editing. It does help with also just regular product or day-to-day uses, like if you have iTunes and Google and Twitch and a game open or something, you can have multiple things happening on the screen at the same time, and it's not too cluttered and it's easy to use. So good on Dell for doing that. Now to test out the gaming portion of this monitor, I'm going to plug in my Xbox One to see what happens when you plug in a HDMI.
Hey, what you doing there, Masher?
Oh, not much, just plugging in my Xbox.
Oh, no, you can't do that, man. I can't let you do that, man.
Why can't I do that?
Pair a monitor of that caliber with a filthy pageant console. Come on, Masher. You will cease to be the master race, man. I can't call you Masher no more. Now, do what you says. Now, don't mix that console with that monitor, Masher.
Now you tripping, right?
Now, you've been slipping a lot lately. You said you were gonna get a new keyboard. You're still rocking that Logitech K120 with that generic Microsoft mouse and keyboard. Come on, Masher. What you going there, Masher?
I think you need to leave.
No, Masher. I swear to God, you plug that in, I'ma slap the taster. I'ma slap you.
I'ma still do it.
I take our 3 little monitors right there, playboy. You better put some respect on my name. I ain't gonna say it no more, Masher.
Let's be fair now.
I ain't gonna say it no more, Masher.
So when I plugged in my Xbox One, I came with the biggest surprise because it worked. I didn't expect it to work, and what's really awesome about it is that it actually scales better, or it's more easy to set up than an actual PC game. When I plugged it in, it just worked. It put the PC RGB colors, it scaled it perfectly, and yeah, I started the game on it, and it was easy. It's way easier than playing PC games, but I do have to say I might prefer 24-inch gameplay over this 16:9, because when I was playing Halo and Gears and all that, I was getting clapped. I don't know what it is, but it is basically 21:9 gaming on the console. It might be a little bit getting used to, but I'm pretty sure it could get used to it. And since there are speakers on this monitor, I have some sounds that I would like for you to sample, so here they are now.
Someone please call 911, baby.
People hate me. Last time I did a monitor review, they saw me playing games on my Xbox, and they're like, this monitor also supports picture-in-picture and also picture-by-picture, which is what you're seeing here, which I have the console running and Twitch running over here on PC, but I wouldn't recommend it because there are only 2 modes, the aspect ratio mode and the full mode. With the full mode stretches everything to this really ugly sight, so I wouldn't recommend that, and I really wouldn't recommend full screen mode if you're trying to do something like this. Yeah, that's a thing. On the PC side of things, as I said earlier, it takes me hours literally to set up 21:9 to run perfectly in most games. Thankfully, there's a developer that's doing God's work, and he created a program called Flawless Widescreen, which actually helps to put your game in widescreen by doing multiple things like fixing the HUD, unlocking the different assets to 16 by 9 and stretching the resolution and everything. It makes it, and it changes your field of view, and it actually is really awesome that he's doing this, but he did not include every single game ever, just some of the most popular ones. So it did help with the games BioShock and with Fallout. Those are only 2 games that I could configure because those took hours to set up, and I didn't have time to set up more games, but yes, it did work, as you can see here in BioShock. For Fallout, there are many different things that went wrong when setting this up. The HUD wasn't scaling right, the interface wasn't scaling right, and everything looked distorted, and everything was really jacked up. But once I got it all configured, I did reach a very compelling gameplay. So props to this guy for making this program. It did make the game a lot more immersive, and I could see myself playing a lot of single player games on this monitor. For a game that I didn't use the full screen mod app for, Left 4 Dead actually did not work when I first started it. I wasn't able to play. It did not let me move or anything for some reason, so I turned it off and turned it back on, and then I configured the aspect ratio differently, and you know, it seemed to work pretty good, even though it didn't work the first time. So yeah, some games it didn't technically support 16 or 21 by 9 because it didn't even have an option for 21 by 9, and the field of view is actually pretty small. I mean, you know, close to me, and 21:9, the HUD stretched pretty well, but overall a very good, compelling gameplay. Now, being a 1440p monitor, I did not put all of my games in 1440p. I had to run some in 1080p because it does take a lot of power or a pretty beastly graphics card to run these games at this 21 by 9 1440p resolution. Well, for the final impressions of the monitor, to find an ultra wide monitor for less than $1,000, let alone $700, is a steal in my book. It's a steal in anybody's book, really. So to get this monitor for $632, I definitely feel like I got my bang for my buck. The monitor, I was a little scared that the monitor might be a little bit damaged because it was a warehouse deal, and they had to repackage it themselves. But the monitor, it came back very nice, no dead pixels, and it's basically brand new. So I'm very thankful for it coming back in one shape, even though it had a big hole in the bottom of the box. The colors do pop. It's an editor's dream. The resolution opened me up to this whole new world that I haven't been. A whole new world that I have not been introduced to, and I'm very thankful that I was able to pick up this monitor. There was only one left when I bought it, so yeah, I'm very thankful. Now, before I end the video, I have 2 things. First, check out my giveaway that I've been doing for less than a week. It will have more information in the link description below, but as a subscriber, you automatically have a free entry into the giveaway, and I'm giving away Amazon gift cards. I'm giving away GameStop shit, potentially. I'm giving away a lot of shit, potentially. So look at that link in the description and go check out that giveaway. It's going to be awesome. Another thing, I'm going to finish this video off with another poll with the Eye of Knowledge, and this poll is for you tech geeks out there. Now, you know that the dawn of the 10 is upon us, aka the GTX 1080 and the GTX 1070, where the 1080 is launching later this month and the 1070 launching a few weeks later next month. So my question to you is, should I get the 1080 and do a review on it, or just get it, or should I wait for the 1070 to get more information out, or for it to release and get the 1070 and do a review it? Or is there a third option that you think I should do? Put that in the link description below, or any other comments or questions that you have about the video. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hit that thumbs down button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. This is your boy Deshaun, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.
Slap the taster. I'ma slap you. I'ma take our tree. Better put some respect on my monitor now, master.